I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter.
This is the Family Show! Hello and welcome back to my top 100 games of all time. And today we're starting with the bottom of the top. Hunter is here with me as we talk about 50 to 41. Now we're getting into the crazy, amazing, awesome games. Already had some crazy, amazing, awesome games. We're about to get into the tier 2 crazy, amazing, awesome games. Yeah.
So you mean these are actually going to be good?
Oh, you better watch yourself, sir. I'll boot you! Boot you!
All right, I'm prepared to be impressed.
I don't care if you're impressed or not. This is my list. Anyway.
True enough.
Yeah, it's true. So, without further ado, let us go forth with my number 50. It was my number 45 last year, so it's holding strong. And this is one of our first games that we really got into that had a lot of multi-use cards. And that is our friend, the San Juan. This one is, like I said, a game that has multi-use cards. And by multi-use, I mean multi-use. How many different uses are there for the cards? Well, this one isn't a ton. It's just 2, 3?
I'm thinking of Bruges.
I think I'm thinking of Bruges with the 10 million types. But
yeah, no,
San Juan is
3, I think.
3, I think, yeah. And you've got it's got the victory points, it's got different actions you can take, and then different goods and different abilities and stuff like that on it. And I just love the way the game works and how you have to make those decisions. Do I want to use this card for the victory points? Do I want to just throw it down and discard it to get some other stuff real quick? You know, there's just all these different choices that you have to make, and all of them are good choices, which is another reason I like the game. It plays really well 2-player. I don't recall, have we played it with more than 2-player?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It plays great 2-player, so we've been pretty happy with that. But fun little game. It's on the lighter side as far as multi-use cards, Euro, going around for kind of, not really point salad, but there's a couple different ways that you can get the victory points for victories in this game. So, what's this rated for you, sir?
So it's my 76.
Oh, not too bad, not too bad.
It's bouncing up and down my list. So this is basically Puerto Rico the card game. In fact, I think they're about to re-release this as Puerto Rico the card game.
Really? Interesting.
This is the second edition that has the expansion in the box. We played it with and without the expansion. You can take it or leave it, but it's a great little card game. I can't argue with this pick, unfortunately.
That's right. The other thing I forgot to mention, I was looking on the back, it's a shorter game too. This is 45 to 60 minutes, and I think that's accurate, especially 2-player anyway. I don't know about more players, but we can definitely crack this out in 45 minutes.
So I got to.
You gotta? What you?
Every time we talk about this, I have to mention that on the back it says a great 2-player game.
That's funny. I didn't notice that before. Huh? Well, there you go.
I've said it like
sells itself
a bazillion times.
That's true.
It is really good.
And Albert Einstein's working on the front too. I mean, can't turn this game down, right? Tell me that doesn't look like Al. That looks like Al. That's Albert.
Alberto.
Alberto Einstein, yes, in San Juan. So there you go. My very exciting number 50 pick. All right. My number 49 is A Change of Heart. A story of a change of heart.
Oh,
it was my
dear.
126. The art completely turned me off of it. And I had one play and I was kind of meh. But since then, we've gotten to play it, and I got to appreciate the game and its amazing mechanisms and what it is, and I got to where I ignored the art, and I really, really like Yokohama. There, are you happy now? I hated on this game a lot because I
think
really,
you unfairly hated on this game.
Probably. I have a real thing about the art. I don't want to spend, I don't know, how long is this? 90 minutes staring at an ugly game. Okay?
It's not ugly.
It's pretty ugly.
No,
this
it's
game's
not.
ugly.
It's stylized.
I don't like it. It's not pretty. So it really turned me off. It was really hard for me to overcome that. And it was a heavier game that I did struggle with a little bit at the time because this was on the edge of the heavier games that I had played when we first played it. So coming back to it and revisiting it when I had a better grasp on heavy games made a huge difference. I love the mechanisms in this game. You're taking your guy we call Mr. Fancy Pants, and Mr. Fancy Pants, you're moving him around, but there's a certain way you have to do it. You have to lay out like these a trail of meeples beforehand, and you're going to different areas on the board. It's got almost like an Istanbul style. You got different tiles with different buildings or rooms, however you want to look at it, that have different activities in them. You know, you may go to this one place and acquire what are some of the like different goods you can get. And there's the victory points or the little stars. I'm trying to remember. It's developing, oh, that's right, technology and shops and trading houses and stuff. So you go to these different places and you're doing all of those things, and you have to lay this trail beforehand before you can move your Mr. Fancy Pants around. And I absolutely am amazed at how well that works out. You have to really plan ahead. And if you end up landing on the same spot, like I have to pay him if I go to the same spot as him. So, of course, I try to avoid him at all costs and stuff. It plays magnificently two-player. I would think it would be much more expensive, so to speak, four-player, because you're constantly going to be tripping over your neighbors, right? There's more tiles
out, though.
That's true, too. There's going to be a lot of tiles out and stuff. This says 90 minutes. I think that's about right for a two-player. I would think it
goes a little longer.
I think it goes longer than that, too. Especially if you haven't played it in a while, you have new players, I think it's going to go longer. But it's a meaty game. It's a thinky game, as everybody likes to say. I really, really enjoy the mechanisms in it. It's just got a fantastic engine building system in it. So if you like heavy games, I think you should definitely try out Yokohama. And go ahead.
So I'm declaring shenanigans on this.
Why?
I cannot believe you like it more than I do.
I really like the mechanisms in this and how you're moving now.
So you're just putting on some like rose-colored glasses for the art?
Yes, I just squint a little bit and pretend it's prettier now.
I like the art.
It's a really
I like
solid
it. It's my 58.
Game. Solid game.
So same general area.
It's what number for you?
58.
Oh, see, whatever. It's really close.
Whatever. Dismissal.
Dismissed.
All right. I'm glad that you saw the error of your ways.
I did.
It's a very disappointing list so far. Not much to complain about.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll get there.
Oh. Wait till you see what I have in store for you. No, definitely try out Yokohama. It's pretty good. Ignore the art. It's hideous. Anyway, yes. Okay, my number 48. I'm not sure why it leaped up so much. I guess I had some good family plays with it. It was 94 before. It jumped up to 48. Part of it might be... No, we had this last year. I'm pretty sure.
We did.
I think it had to do with some plays, and that was Ticket to Ride. We have the 10th anniversary edition. This is my favorite. We haven't played with a lot of the different maps, but oh my goodness. If you are a Ticket to Ride fan, this is worth the extra bucks, and let me show you why.
Yes and no.
Yes, it is.
It's expensive for a Ticket to Ride game.
Yeah, but if you really love this game and you play it a lot,
yeah, maybe
it's worth it. Okay, the only thing I have to say, though, this map, this board, is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, I'm just gonna say that because... Do you see where I'm going with this? This is just a small fragment. You know that the main board looks like. This is ludicrous. Oh, you're gonna pull it out? Oh, jeez. Well, I'm gonna disappear for a while. Because look at this monstrosity. This is insane! Seriously, it's the same map. This is insane. It's huge. Ridiculous. Okay, that's a bit ridiculous. What are you doing? Hello? Yes. So, there's that. I got it. But, okay. You have the regular 1910 size cards, so no dinky cards. Thank you. Okay. So the cards are the same. Their art's a little brighter, a little bit tricked up maybe. But what's really cool... Check these out. You each have their own tin. This is Caboose Central, so if you're the green player, look at these pieces! They're amazing! Okay, so there's that. And then, like, red here, little circus cars, and there's giraffes. You probably can't see them unless you really zoom in on this, but there's little giraffes sticking out of the top of the car. Absolutely adorable. Okay, it's ridiculous. And then we've got, let's see here, The brown cars, they got little, it looks like barrels of root beer or something, or it says Dutch Flat Barrel Company. We'll say root beer. It's a family game. And then Metropolitan Rapid Transit. Got some passenger cars there. Very cute. They're all just adorable, unique. And then the coal cars. These are so cute. They have little coals in them. A little bin full of coal. Absolutely adorable. Absolutely love this game. It's got a ridiculously huge box to fit mostly, I think, this board more than anything. It's got individual holding slots for your little score piece. It's ridiculous. It's so over the top, but it's absolutely fun to play. It's wonderful. It's Ticket to Ride. You know it goes smoothly. It's easy to teach. This is your gateway game of all... It's like the granddaddy of all gateway games, right? And I really can't say anything else about it. And I guess if you got that too and you like the other maps, you could play with these pieces on the other maps and stuff.
No,
but they're kind of big. Yeah, that's true. The map's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But it's that easy, take cards, do your action. That's take cards or do your action, put the track out. You guys know that, hopefully know it. If you don't, you need to go play this game. Straight up. There you go.
So I have 2 comments.
Yes.
One, would this be on your list if it was just the base game, Ticket to Ride?
Probably not. I'm not going to lie. It's got bells and whistles. They're pretty and shiny.
Bells and whistles.
Yeah. I said it.
Leave down in the comments your opinion of that.
Gold. Gold, I
Number
say.
2, it's my 176.
Yeah, but you in light games, so you're like, yeah. Like that. Exactly like that.
We may move on with this sad pick.
What is wrong? I'm going to club you over the head with this sad pick. See if you recover. It's pretty heavy. All these lovely bits.
Tug. Zugum Tug Wug. What's the name of the game?
Zugentug, I think. The German teacher had
It's on
a
the
German
side.
version of it, and I love it. No.
One side has the name.
Does it?
Yeah. Side.
I'm looking at the sides. Zugum Zug. Zugum Zug. Zug. Zug.
I don't even know what Zugum Zug means.
It means choo choo.
I guess.
And sorry, all of you that speak German. All right, so my number 47 is new to the list. And I don't think you're going to poo-poo this one because I know you're also a fan of Raiders of the North Sea. We got some Vikings in the house. This one's a unique worker placement game because of the way that you place the workers. Refresh my memory for me, but you place them, but they stay there, right? And they kind of block it until you come around again, and they kind of get...
No, you take place a worker.
Oh, that's right. You take
a
them
worker.
off. That's right.
Place a worker, take a worker.
Take a worker, and it's different. I don't think we've had before this one. I don't think we've had any games that did that.
I don't think so.
It's a very subtle change, but it's amazing how it blocks for him, and it sort of blocks for you because you're planning on doing your next turn and you have to take the workers and stuff. But I really like the way that works. It's just a subtle change, but it kind of tweaks that worker placement and how you think about it and how you strategize for it. I really enjoyed that a lot. I like the way that my brain just disappeared. All of the resources, how you work the resources and the trade and stuff too in the game. It's really, I think it's a pretty fun little game, and it doesn't last, let's see, it says 60 to 80 minutes. Yeah, that's probably about right. I think that's pretty good for us.
Well, it
Two
depends.
players.
There's triggers in the game, and depending on how you play, it could take a little bit longer.
Longer? I don't think we had that problem though.
No.
For whatever reason. But yeah, it's pretty
I
magnificent.
think when the 3 of the big raids are gone is one of the triggers, and I'm not sure if there's other ones. I can't recall.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we played it, but I absolutely enjoyed it so much that it rocketed right up the list. And Raiders of the North Sea, you got to check it out if you like worker placement and Vikings.
Should have said sailed right up the list.
Oh, look who's trying to join that fun wagon now. Okay. All right. Leave in the comments below the sad, pathetic attempt to him to be as cool as me. It's all good. I bet there will be lots of great comments in this video.
Oh,
okay.
my.
But yes, if you haven't played that one, this is another Renegade winner right there.
That's
Raiders.
my number 88. You like it better than me. But
Wow, I'm shocked.
I don't know. I play this game. I just want to play Champions. So
Blasphemy. Or is it? No, just
you like
kidding.
this better than Champions? That's what's so
Do
sad.
I?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Yes. Champions was one of the ones I
Yeah, I know. There's too
passed
many.
out on.
This doesn't have dice.
That's why it's not as good. It was my 88. I don't know if I said that a minute ago, but
No
it's
one
my
cares.
88.
Yeah.
No one cares.
I'm kidding.
Fair enough. Maybe I'll just leave.
What?
Oh wait, no, I shouldn't say that. You probably agree with me.
Oh, leaving? No, just kidding. We're keeping him. He's fun. Okay, so now we're moving on to my number 46. It was my number 51 before, so it's hovering around the same spot. I think it probably went up a little bit. I don't currently have the game with me because it's at school, which is one of the reasons it went up a few points, and that is Balderdash. Now, Balderdash, this one has 3 or 4 different things. It's got the really old, obscure vocabulary words you're trying to guess the meanings of. It's got a random year, and you have to guess what was invented then or something like
What
that.
happened that year.
Yeah, what happened that year. There's old movie titles, and you have to guess the plot. Or you get somebody's name, and you have to guess what they did, what they're famous for. Oh my goodness. It is so much fun. I love playing this game. It's so silly, goofy, fun. And my students in particular just eat it up. And it's one of those games that usually they ask, hey, are we going to get to play this one again? I really enjoyed playing it in particular with my writing students when I had the creative writing class. Because, man, you got kids that are really good at words and things like that, and they will come up with the most amazing definitions. And it's a lot of fun. If you've got that nerdy group that really loves to play with language or make up stuff and just get really creative, this is a great game for that. I don't think I've ever had this game really fall flat. It's a lot of fun. And I know you're not a huge fan of this type of party-esque game. So...
keeping with my theme of 2 comments, I have 2 comments. One,
we have a theme now?
Well, I did it earlier, so
okay.
It's a running situation. I don't know. Anyway, so first thing is, no, I don't like these kind of games. 2, I've never played this game, so I have no opinion, comment, or anything.
I'm glad I was sitting down. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Amazing. What just happened?
This whole thing's Balderdash.
Oh, poppycock! Okay, sir. All right. Well, I think you'll probably agree a little bit more. I don't know. I bet I have it way higher on my list than yours. But my number 45 was my number 55 before. And I think we had one play of it probably close to a full year ago, I'm thinking. And it was just a lot of fun again. we have it in the expansion box, but that is Lords of Waterdeep. Now, this is in the Scoundrels of Skullport expansion, and the reason is, I don't think we'll probably ever play it without that unless we're introducing this game to people that we don't think could quite handle the extra corruption tokens and all of that stuff. This game, though, Lords of Waterdeep, is the worker placement game. It's one of those starter worker placement games. The theme, not so much there because you could be anything, right? But if you are a fan of like the D&D universe and everything, there's some flavor text on there, and some of the like intrigue cards and the missions and stuff will look familiar to you, and I think you'll enjoy them. And you are trading these different colored cubes, which are mages and warriors and stuff, although again they could be orange cubes and white cubes, whatever. But just saying, behold the glory. This is another one of those like Ticket to Ride. I think I'm always gonna like to play. I'm always enjoying it. I always want to play it. I'm never gonna turn down a game of this, if at all possible. Scoundrels of Skullport is an expansion that adds corruption to it. So you can go to different places to have your workers, and you go to places. But this one has really good places that give you lots of goods. However, you get these corruption points that are negative victory points, right? Bad. So you can go do that and get ahead of the game, per se, but then you've got all this corruption you have to deal with, so you either have to find a way to get victory points for the corruption, or to negate the corruption, or to get rid of it entirely. Could be tricky depending on what comes up, or if people thwart your plans. It's pretty good. I know you love this expansion in particular, because you play with all of the corruption every single time. He's evil.
All right, so this is my number 65.
Oh, right
so same general area. This is
Still pretty high.
pretty light worker placement game.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the expansion. I don't think we'll ever play without the expansion unless it's a brand new type player situation, because I think this expansion adds so much. It gives you so many more options.
Yeah.
The base game itself, with a good number of players, gets very tight. I mean, you obviously can, not obviously, but you can build buildings as you go along. That gives you more spots to put things, but still, it's super tight. And the Scoundrels adds some more places that you can put your workers. So love it. So, as a side note, we had this in separate boxes, like Rebecca said. The insert to Waterdeep and to a lesser degree Skullport is really good.
It actually is.
But if you store it vertical, it's not so good.
It's not so
So
good.
finally I said, why am I killing myself keeping the two boxes when the insert doesn't work? Because I store vertical,
Yeah.
and so I combined them all into one box, and
They
it
fit.
fits.
It fits pretty well, actually. You can see. Look at that.
So
Didn't
you
you
got
do
the
a good
base
job?
game, you got the expansion.
Yeah. All the cubes, all the craziness.
So anyway,
Not too shabby, sir.
take it away.
Take it. But yeah,
It's a good one. If
That's
you're
a lot
looking
of
for
fun.
a kind of an introductory-esque, light to mid-weight worker placement game, this is a good one.
Yeah, this is a great introductory one. Absolutely. Love it. Okay, so now we're to my number 44. It has come up a bit from my 64, and I think that's simply because the more I play it, the more I enjoy it. And that has been the deck builder that is known as Clank. Now, Clank has gotten a lot of hype when it first came out, and now there is Clank in Space. This one is my favorite. I'm not really sure why, because usually I like sci-fi way better than fantasy, but for whatever reason, I like the way that this game flows best. Just, I don't know. It's a little bit, tiny bit simpler than Clank in Space, but I think the premise, for whatever reason, just cracks me up, and I like it's the simplicity of you're just running down to whatever level you want, and then you got to race back to the top and get out before everybody else, and the dragon gets angry, and you die. There you go. Try not to make a lot of noise on the way, by the way. I love that it's a deck builder. You guys know that I love deck building games. It's a lot of fun to go through and pick the cards and purchase the cards that you want to put in your deck and try to get rid of all the stuff that has Clank. Or maybe you want to be noisy and just really fast. Choice is up to you. And this plays great 2-player. It says an hour. That's probably about right. Depending on how greedy everyone in our group is, you know, that sort of thing. If everyone's digging down into the bottom, it might take a little bit longer. But I think with more plays too, you speed up, of course. Like most deck builders, you can start getting pretty efficient with how you purchase and buy everything. So where did you rank Clank, the regular game?
83.
Okay, so that's...
I'm completely
You're the opposite.
flabbergasted
That I like this one
that
better
you like
than
that
Space.
over Space.
I don't know why. It's weird. I think...
Shenanigans.
Well, there's more... I don't want to say it's fiddly, but it feels almost fiddly, the different things in Clank and Space that you go to. Because you can go to certain areas and, like, you can beam in this one area. In this one area, you've got, like, a speedy little escalator type thing. And
It keeps
this
you
one
from
can
doing
do...
the mad rush and the snatch and grab.
I know what it's doing, but there's more to teach to that. To this one, it's pretty simple to teach.
Yeah,
it's
but
pretty basic. It's pretty
You're
straightforward.
judging your games on how easy they are to teach?
No, but I feel like I can sit down and play this one with, like, a 2-minute reminder versus the other one. I'm like, okay, what's that do again? What's that do? I'd have to do a quick run through with that. I'm just saying. And I don't know why. I just like the way this one seems a little smoother and less...
Well, mine are close together. Mine's 83 and 77, so they're basically the same spot.
Yeah,
so.
that's pretty true. So I don't want to hear anything from you. Clank.
Deck builder, smack builder.
Oh my gosh. I did not say that.
I did!
Oh, well. I can tell you that you're not going to poo-poo my number 43. It's new to my list.
I might say it's too low.
You might say it's too low.
I might say it's too high.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you're going to think it's too low.
Okay.
Because I know how much you love this game. This is one of Hunter's faves. And it is growing. It may go up the list on mine.
What just happened?
Legends! I'm not going to blow out the mic with the yeehaw that Hunter usually does. But this game, gold. It definitely will go up the list, I suspect, with more plays and stuff. The more we played it at a couple different player counts. We played it 2-player. We played it 5-player? It was 5-player. Awesome both times. This is another open world game. So if you've played Xia, that's an open sandbox game in space. There's also Merchants and Marauders, which is an open sandbox game as pirates. And now we have Western Legends, which is an open sandbox game, cowboys. And oh no, oh he's leaving, I'm scared now. But this game, you can go off and you can rustle cattle, or you can take the cattle to market like a good law-abiding citizen. You can be like the sheriff and bring in criminals, or you can go be a bad guy and rob banks and rob people and beat people up and go and do stuff and yeehaw! Ah! Like Yosemite Sam, right? This game is a lot of fun. You could choose to do anything. You can change your mind halfway through the game and be like, you know what? I'm done being a law-abiding citizen. I'm going to rustle some cattle. But on the other hand, too, you can go through and you get like fame or infamy, depending on how you look at it. Through your victory points, you can start racking up some great points if you stay on either the good guy side or the bad guy side for a while, because you can start getting more achievements on that little achievement block instead of just also getting the stuff from your individual missions and whatnot. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy this game. There's multiple viable ways to victory. I'm sure Hunter has more to say. Go for it, cowboy.
What number is this?
43.
This is a travesty.
It's not a joke. It's serious. This is a
travesty.
Great game. It's a great game.
So it's my number 22. I think that's even lower than it should be even on my list, because this game is amazing. Move on.
Oh my goodness.
I'm very disappointed in you.
Are you? Well, see, my work.
I tip my hat to you.
Oh, you're insulted.
No, the crowd.
Oh, obviously not
you.
me. See how this is going.
I messed my hair up.
Oh,
it's so beautiful. My hair is all messed up.
All right, my number 42 is also new, and this is a family game. It's one of those games that everybody fell in love with. I really enjoy playing it with the girls, and I would happily play this with anybody that asked too, and that is Luxor. This is one of those games that I also feel good enough that I could probably teach to people. It's a fantastic introductory game. There's a lot going on with it, but it's so elegantly designed that it's pretty easy to go through and teach someone, because it's you're using your cards, which has a neat little mechanism with how you use the outsides of your cards. You keep them in a specific order, and you use those to move. And there's different things on the board, so you can kind of teach almost as you go, or you can teach, okay, these kinds of things do this and that. I mean, there's multiple ways you could probably teach this depending on who you have and what would be more effective for them. You're basically racing your way into the middle, where in the tomb there's all these great magical treasures. You want all the treasures, which is also victory points, and you want to get some good set collection and different victory points along the way. There's different card combos you can use. There's some things that'll let you move 2 at once. There's all sorts of really fun different varieties. There's what is it they're called? They're keys. You have to have a key to get into that last room, but there's I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy this game, and at its heart, it almost is. I think you could teach it to someone who's only played like roll and moves, because you're using the cards as your movement. I think it's pretty easy for people to relate to that, so they get into the game pretty easily. But there's all these fun little things along the way, and the Egyptian theme doesn't hurt either. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting.
It's my 122.
Because it's light.
It is fluffy. Light and fluffy. No, it's a great family game. If you're looking for a really solid, easy to teach family game, this is one that you can use. Nessa plays this game, no problems.
Mm-hmm.
She played it with some of the expansions.
Well, the expansions are cool, by the way. We play with everything.
I don't think they're. I'm not sure if they're released or not. We got the Kickstarter version of the game. It has all the Queenies, the promos and expansions, whatever you want to call them. And solid. The base game is really solid, easy to teach. Maybe a little fiddly for a first time gamer, because that whole you have a set of cards and you only take from the ends and you put in the middle. Kind of weird, easy to forget what you're doing and mess that up.
But if you have somebody that's experienced teaching the game, I don't think that's a problem.
Well, yeah, if someone's policing the whole time, but still,
it's not that bad.
Really solid game.
It is,
but super light, super family weight.
That's not a but.
Almost I wouldn't say it's a kid's game, but man, it's borderline a kid's game.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh! Don't listen to him. But it does say here 45 minutes. That's probably about right. If you have
depends on how quickly
the max. Yeah, it depends on how quickly people pick it up. If you have the max number of players, it probably goes a little bit over that. But playing it 2-player, it was definitely that or less. It goes pretty smoothly.
No, it really depends on what I was saying.
What you do too. Like
it's almost a race to the finish, because as soon as two people get to the end of the track,
it's done.
It triggers the end of the game. So. If everybody's going along and kind of seeing the sights and grabbing up lots of treasures, it'll take a little longer than if people were racing the finish.
That's true. It was nominated 2018 for the Spiel. I think it should have gotten it. That's just me, but yeah, super good game. Nah, don't you Nah.
It's alright.
And for today, oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh dear.
This was the number 17.
Hold on.
Oh, you're not going to complain. I guarantee it. You're going to be, like, rejoicing. This was my number 17. And I think the reason it got punished is, A, no one really likes to play it with me so much. And, B, the last expansion, we were kind of like, about it. Otherwise, I love me this game. Although, I must admit, this box is ridiculous. And that is for... Mystic Vale. Yeah, look at this beast. This is what do they call it? The Conclave box. So you can get the box that will fit everything. And I think it's even got room to spare in spades right now. And we have, I think, everything. So I don't know what else
there's a few promos I don't think we have. But
okay.
Other than that,
promos, schmomos, that's like an individual card wherever. But this is a beast. Yeah, I can hear it. It's like half empty. Is a beast of a box, but it's also so that these huge cards can stand upright. So I think they have grandiose plans of doing more. The last expansion we were kind of meh on, but other than that, I love this. This is not just a deck builder game. It is that, but it's also, as they call it, a card crafter, where you have a sleeved deck, and then you're putting cards in. There'll either be a third, or I think there may be even some halves or something that you can put in later too. But you put them in and you add to your cards and create a unique card that's only yours. It's got special abilities based off of what you put in it. And then you're making this deck builder game and you're battling it out, trying to get it's more of a, I guess you would say, a race to try to get to the most victory points and clear out those victory points, because there's a pool of them that you're drawing from, and you're trying to beat your opponents to that. I love this. I love deck building so much, and the fact that you can build the cards the way you want and it's completely individualized. We like to play with everything, so we just throw everything in, and I love it. I like the unique combinations that come up from that, because you never know. When you have everything, too, the stack of cards is ridiculous. So you never know from one game to the next when you shuffle these if you're going to come up with everything or not. Fantastic game. Solid. Very unique mechanism. And that is Mystic Vale.
So.
Yes.
This doesn't rate very highly on my list.
Of course not, because you don't like that sort of thing.
Well, no, I like. I mean, I like it all right. It's just that to me, after the number of plays, we probably played it maybe 10 times now, maybe. Because we played it a handful of times and then 1 or 2 times with each expansion. Mm-hmm. It's starting to feel samey to me.
I could see
like
that.
It's just like you're doing the same thing over and over again. It just really seems samey to me.
I could get that, because it is not a confrontational deck building game. You're kind of isolated in that you're building your own thing, right? Very rarely are we doing anything where I interact directly with your cards. So I could see that for some people that might not be that. I like games like that sometimes. If I'm in the mood for that, I like to be isolated and do my own thing for a little bit. I kind of enjoy that too. I like doing this own personalized race. But yeah, I'm with you. You tend to like the interactive
couple
aspects to the
Yeah,
game.
a couple things is I prefer deck builders that have a board where you're interacting with the board and you're moving pieces or doing something on a board.
Yeah, I can see
like Clank and Great Western Trail, if you consider that a deck builder. I like interacting with the board. So this one has no board. It's just it's a true deck builder. You're building cards and building a deck, but this one's got that unique thing where you're building the cards themselves. But it just seems like every time we play, it's like da 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 da. And it just seems like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again.
I can see
and that. It doesn't have that wow. It doesn't have that. And it's one of those where you just try to collect a certain number of victory points and you win. And that triggers the end of the game. It just, I don't know. I mean, when it first came out, I was really liked it. I really enjoyed our first 5, 6, 7, 8 plays. But now it's just like, it just feels samey.
Yeah, I think they need to do something. If they do continue with the whole expansions and everything, they need to do something else.
Well, I'm looking forward to if it ever gets released, the adventure game where you're using the same card crafting, but it's more you're building your character or something. I don't know what it's all about, but that one seems interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by that too. But yeah, I like it as is. I don't know that I'd say, oh, you must go out and get all the expansions, because the first one was good because if you pick up on deck builders really quickly, I think the card base is not big enough without it. But this latest expansion, I can't think of the name of it. It was like, it kind of tricked up the game, but not. I don't know. It was kind of weird. So, anywho, absolutely. Does it say on the back?
No.
Oh, you're gonna look. Oh, you're gonna show the.
No, I'm just. They have all the rule books.
I love the art for this game too, by the way, and the sleeves also are very solid. We have played the tar out of it, really, and shuffled and this and that, and the sleeves are doing fine. Not a problem.
Was it Veils of Magic or Mana Storm was the last one? So the one that did Night and Day was the last one.
Yeah, the one that did the Night and Day actions, I think I could have done without. He's looking for you. But it does come with its own, like, separators.
Oh, it's Conclave. It's actually
Conclave. Oh, it is Conclave is the actual
Yeah, that's when it has the Night and Day. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were kind of meh on that.
It gives you a box and you're able to store all your
cards.
The
box is fantastic. And it's got, if you've played, oh, shoot. What's the, why am I forgetting the name of the game?
Yeah, going more on that.
Yeah, sorry. But, where you've got different factions, you're mixing and matching.
Smash Up.
Smash Up. The Smash Up box, how it's got the nice dividers. This also has nice dividers to help you put the cards together, and you can just sort and pull out what you need. The organization's a little bit weird in this. It's not as nice as Smash Up, I would say, but it is organized. It's pretty amazing, and you can fit everything all in one. Although ridiculously huge, but fit it all in one box. I love this game. I like to play it over and over. Don't listen to him. And that's Mystic Vale. And now, dun 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 dun, we've done 50 through 41. What will happen next? You didn't fall out of your chair this time.
Yeah.
I know. I'm shocked. In fact, let me see. Will you fall out of your chair next time? We're getting into the really good stuff. I don't know that there's a couple he's gonna poo-poo. I guarantee it. But
poo-poo.
You're gonna poo-poo. But I think we're having some really awesome and a very big mix of games.
You think they're awesome? That doesn't sound very confident.
I know they're awesome. I know they're awesome. It just keeps getting better and better. It's ridiculous how good these games are.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, that is exactly how it is supposed to be. Don't listen to him. We'll see you soon.